Hello, my name is Gary Simon Sitanggang. In this video, I'm going to present my presentations about sociolinguistic language variation, Samosir dialect of Indonesian language. Sociolinguistic. According to Wardorf in 1997, sociolinguistics is the study of the relationship between language and society. How language functions in a community, how people in community use language, as well as how this language usage reflects the social identity of the users. Language and society have a connection in every community. It creates a language that becomes their social identity. So in this field, we study about how language is used in society. Language variation. Linguists have described language variations as the use of language that is impacted by some aspects such as region or dialect, ideology or idiolect, social class or sociolect, and so on. Dialect, according to Spolsky, is something that concerns variations which are located regionally or socially. According to Chair and Agustina, dialect also means the language variations that comes from a group of users that are relative in numbers living in one particular place, region, or area. Regional dialects or regional variations can be found all over the world. The variation can be distinguished from the pronunciation, vocabulary, and even from the grammatical differences. Variances in pronunciation and vocabulary are probably the most obvious differences between various dialects of English that people are aware of. Samosir dialect of Indonesian language. A lexical difference. First word is motor. In Indonesian standard language, the term motor could refer to sepeda motor or in English, motorcycle. But in Samosir, this term has a different meaning. In Samosir, motor is what the local call a car or a four-wheel vehicle. That is why sometimes a misunderstanding can happen between outsiders and the local who communicate with each other. Second, kereta or kareta. In Samosir, the term kereta refers to a motorcycle or a two-wheel vehicle. On the other hand, in Indonesian standard language, the term kereta or the local usually pronounced as kareta could mean a train or a wheeled vehicle that pulled by a horse in the past. There is less chance of misunderstanding between outsiders and local people for this term, because many other areas in Sumatra also use this term the same as Samosir people. For example, people in Pekanbaru usually call a motorcycle with the term kereta or Honda. The third word is galon. In Samosir, the term galon refers to a gas station. In Indonesian Standard Language from the Indonesia Dictionary, the definition of this term is a liquid measure unit. In Indonesian society itself, gallon commonly refers to refillable mineral water bottle. The difference of these terms' meaning in Indonesian Standard Language may cause a misunderstanding between outsiders and the local people. B. Pronunciation difference. First, the pronunciation of J or Ch. In Samosir, people usually pronounce the consonant J or Ch as S or S. This pronunciation is frequently heard in the daily conversation of the local people. The reason for this pronunciation change is because in Samosir, where mostly consists of Batak Toba ethnic, there is no consonant J. For example, the pronunciation for the word cicak and bocor in Samosir dialect is cisak and bosor. Second, the pronunciation of F or F. In Samosir, the pronunciation of the consonant F is usually changed into P or P. This pronunciation is also happen when someone from Samosir or Batak Toba ethnic speak in Indonesian language. In Batak Toba language, there is no consonant F. This situation causes a change in the pronunciation of words with an F consonant. For example, the word fatal, hafal, and maaf in Samosir dialects are pronounced as fatal, hafal, and maaf. Third, the pronunciation of Z. In Samosir, the pronunciation of the consonant Z is changed to J. This is how an Indonesian word with a Z consonant is pronounced by someone from the Samosir or Batak Toba ethnic groups. In Batak Toba language, there is no consonant Z. As a result, the pronunciation of words beginning with a Z consonant is changed. For example, the word zaman, ziarah, and ijazah in Samosir dialects are pronounced as jaman, jiarah, and ijazah. So the conclusion is, in order to communicate with one another, language is one of the most fundamental aspects of human life when it comes to socializing. Humans cannot understand each other without a language. Linguists examine the relationship between language and social factors, which is known as social linguistics, in order to understand the role of language in society. One of the studies in sociolinguistics is called language variation. It is the use of a language which is influenced by several aspects such as location or dialect, ideology or idiolect, social status or socialect. In society, many different types of language are spoken. In most cases, the language spoken in the community varies by region. The variation of language that originates from a small group of users who live in a specific region is called a dialect. That is why misunderstandings can occur if two people from different regions talk to each other. In order to avoid this misunderstanding, people should learn and use the standard language to communicate with people from another place. And that's all my presentation. Thank you for your attention.